Jesus, this guy on Instagram can't stop with the food photos. Dude, that doesn't even look that good. Doesn't even look that good. Man, we gotta get an Instagram account. Let's start doing
a mutual Instagram account.
Yeah.
One that we both know the logins to. How did kangaroos get such big muscles?
Bathery.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, there's one thing I've always wanted to do is take a bath with a kangaroo. They have the biggest frickin' muscles, and I can't imagine sharing that soapy water with something just so emasculate. They're from down under. And I want a down under-roo in my upstairs bathroom.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, soapy water and just lathering each other up. Man, what a dream.
What a beautiful funeral home.
I was in a bad place out there in the dunes and this.
Were you
the squalor?
Were you? And yeah, Dad, that's so cold.
I was so down.
Cold. It gets so cold when you hunt. It gets so cold.
Well, and you feel so alone. And I got real down one night, and I had this new gun, and just wasn't myself. And maybe I had 1 or 2, maybe even 5. But I just, I saw answers there, and that shiny, unused piece of steel. And so I took it upon myself to, put a period at the end of the sentence. And, yeah, well, I'm here, so the story goes, it misfired, and, thank God it misfired. I mean, there's so many beautiful things have happened since then, and just the other day, that dog, you had all those puppies, and that, the one I got you from, Sherbert.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you got me a dog that I didn't really need, but you got me one then and had puppies, and I got like 7 dogs. But yeah,
and I have you have 6 because I got one of them because now, and Sherbert, like I said, and Sherbert and my piece of steel, I trusted it because it trusted me, and we got our first bird.
Huh?
Yeah.
Same gun?
Same gun.
Well. I mean, to me, that's a feel-good story, man. I mean,
yeah,
when life gives
therapy
when life gives you lemons, what do? You make lemonade or lemon meringue pie or something, and that's what you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I took that as a lesson. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here for a long time. So the world's got to get ready for me. And,
I know those wake-up calls. Well, and you and I don't like to abuse the medication system, and we don't like to. I try to do everything holistic and naturally.
Yeah,
and,
right.
So it gets tough for great thinkers like us, and we can. Yeah, the world.
We might be great thinkers, but that comes at a price.
Yeah, the world's a lonely place, and and your mind is even lonelier. And
Yeah,
you know, when you really get into the process and you're grinding, you're thinking about those recipes, you're thinking about those appetizer spreads, you're thinking about the last great book you read. Maybe you read Dune, or maybe, you know,
The thing about a nice relish is that people are used to like chain store relish, and they don't realize how good a relish can be. A homemade relish. It's like it gets thorough. Oh, relish. People say, "Oh, I don't got it. No, I'm alright. I'll pass." That's because they haven't had a good
relish. I can eat a good relish. Just, I mean,
I relish in
with a
it.
spoon. But I mean, I'll do sweet relish.
Yeah.
I'll do a more standard kind of vinegary based relish. I like hot relish. I like sweet and hot relish. You know, you can do there's pickle relish, but I've had like a pickled beet, like a beet relish. Some people have never even ate beets. I love beets.
They don't even realize how common it is in any of their food. It's freaking big source of sugar. But yeah, beets are like, you know, when I go on a marathon, I eat beets.
Like just beets?
I just eat beets. I eat them in multiple ways. I juice them, cook them, bake them, I boil them. I have beets. Beets and Prozac is what they say. That's what my doctor tells me. Beets and Prozac, he says. He's got this weird voice. He starts off like where he accents the first syllable. Beets and Prozac, he says. Beets and Prozac, he says. And then he'll say it again. I'm like, dude, okay. But he's still going. He's probably saying it now. Beets and Prozac. And I'm like, okay, I'll try it.
He's a respected doctor, though. So,
well, I mean, right. And I didn't heed his word. That was the problem. I finally did it. Finally got the beets, and I finally got the Prozac, and I've been doing both. And you know what? I'm running marathons now.
Yeah, I was
I'm fucking running marathons.
You
know what? I went my first marathon. Never ran a marathon in my life. Guess who was there? My doctor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, and the fucking asshole had his beets, but he didn't have his Prozac.
Yeah.
No.
Well, and you could tell because when you beat him, he didn't handle it.
He was kicking his own ass, knowing the big mistake he made.
Did you after you had beat him? That was a pretty great race for you. Like
they came down to
beats
the wire.
Prozac.
Yeah. He's like, it's fucked up to be running a race and you can hear him behind you. It's like I don't know if that was a tactic on his part or what, like a distraction.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I didn't buy into it, and he won't see me anymore. That's the thing. So I don't know I don't know if the two are related or not.
Well,
but
you didn't bite the bait, and you got the most important info that you could ever gotten from him. So don't give that guy another fucking penny.
I won't even think again about him. But you know, regardless of that, he died just a few days ago, and I didn't go to the funeral, but I heard it was very melancholy, and they flew in one of those 80s hair bands. He was huge into the 80s era of music.
A lot of people are.
I would have fucking gone to that funeral just for the music, but regardless of that, he's dead. And
what a beautiful funeral home, though. What a beautiful funeral home.
Oh, yeah, they have a lot of nice amenities.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were of that. I mean, not only were they weren't cheap Kleenexes, but they had a lot of hard candy.
They had aloe
in
those Kleenexes.
Yeah, and then the pate and the funeral meat sandwiches were
sliced, and they were it was very consistent, the slicing.
Yeah, it was thin. It wasn't like when you go to a church, like a bazaar, and the old women that volunteer make them, they put too much butter, and then some slices of meat are too thick.
Those are volunteers, you can tell it.
Yeah, no, and I mean, they mean well. I mean, there's a death, or there's there's some, but they're churning out these sandwiches, and this place, I would go for a lunch, I would go to that funeral home for if they gave you like 3 funeral meat sandwiches, a coffee, and maybe like nutter butter.
They need a menu.
Yeah, I mean, I would eat there. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
I mean, I would eat there. That's a deli consistency that's hard to come by. The way that they thin sliced that.
That coroner they have he's got really big hands too.
He's a good looking guy. I mean,
yeah.
Face
to hand ratio is a little bizarre, but he's cut from granite. That chin, that nose. I
mean, I think every once in a while you see people. You're like, Danny DeVito's kind of an unsightly guy, and then that coroner, you're like, he's a good looking guy, and I'm not gay.
Handsome man.
I'm not gay, but he is a good. Like, I bet he gets.
A lot of tail.
He doesn't chase it either. It comes.
Right. Yeah. Like he handles the bodies and more.
He handles
live and dead.
Live and dead. No. Yeah, we got to keep those two topics apart because I think one of those is illegal.
I want to know more about his private life, though. I do. Outside of the,
we've got that conference phone. We should do a conference call with him.
Yeah.
But for a future episode, we should, because we could,
patch him in.
Yeah, and we could just put even a cell phone here.
I don't trust him on camera, so we need to do it through, a phone call.
Yeah.
Conference call.
I'll put a reminder when we go to break in my phone that we got to get that coroner.
He's such a handsome guy.
He's dreamy. I mean, I don't. Jeez, I should. Dreamy makes it seem like I kind of want to suck his dick or something. But he's not. He's a good-looking guy, though.
Yeah.
He's. I gotta.
He's got 2 arms, 2 arms.
Taco for a hat and burritos.
He's
French
got
fries for arms.
Ton, just literally a ton of condiments, and he's got a ton of ideas. He's got a ton of friends.
When you were younger, though, didn't you at that cookout? Didn't you take the tongs and you kind of put your finger up underneath your brother's nose? And didn't you take the tongs and pull on his tongue? Yeah. God, I thought about that the day at work, and I laughed, and I guess my supervisor walked by, and she's like, what the hell is so funny with you? And I had to,
supervisors do that.
And I didn't want to tell her that I was laughing about this memory of you pulling your brother's tongue with the tongs.
I took that tongs, and I grabbed that son of a bitch and brother of mine. I grabbed his tongue, and I yanked
and you kind of pulled him around the yard.
And nice about it.
And the funny thing was, Dad was gonna ash on his tongue as you pulled him by. And I think
I thought that was too much.
Yeah, but yeah,
it's Dad. I can't tell him what to do.
Yeah, no, but it was. I think you sometimes.
Even though he went through with it,
your
felt bad a little bit.
Well, your brothers still won't talk to either of us, and that stinks. But that memory talks to me regularly.
Yeah. I wonder how his tongue's doing. Well, he had that illness where he had more taste buds than you or me.
Yeah, we had to have real bland food all the time.
All right. And he had to, just take it easy because it was just an absurd amount of fucking taste buds on his tongue.
Wow, and he would get hyper aroused. Like, remember we gave him Pop Rocks with his ice cream.
As a joke.
And then that was just such an arousal that, he
freaked out, went to the hospital.
Yeah, no, he did. He ended
woke up in a sandbar and ran into the goddamn neighbor.
We didn't intend that. We didn't know, though. We were young. We didn't know how many extra taste buds he had. We didn't know that. Yeah, so you can't hold that. You can't hang on to that negatively like you do. You got to let that go. Though. You got to let that go. My grief counselor died recently. Thankfully, he was so good that I didn't give a shit.